Hi everybody, this time I've got for you one of our favourites, the DK Find Out books. Now I'm certainly not going to read all of this one, I'm just going to read you a few pages because there's some really excellent language in here that might help you when you're writing your journals and the way that you describe the insects that you find. So the first page that I'm going to read you is about eating bugs and what they eat, because I think you'll be surprised that they're not all plant eaters. So it says, just like all other living creatures, bugs need to eat in order to survive. Some bugs eat plants or plant matter. So that means that they don't eat the whole plant, but they might eat leaves that have already fallen to the ground. They might be like aphids that I have in my garden, and they only eat the new growth and the buds. While others prefer meat and other animal matter. There are bugs that enjoy a mixed menu of both meat and plants. Blood and nectar are popular with some bugs too. So some bugs will just suck the blood out of something. Okay, so up here, plant eaters. Plants are in good supply in most areas, so they are a major food source. Bugs munch through their wood, leaves, roots and seeds. Even algae, an underwater plant, can be a tasty snack for the bugs that live near ponds. I don't know if you've got any ponds in your garden. I've got a little one just here behind me, and it has all kinds of mozzie larvae, little wrigglers in it, and it has ladybird larvae in it, and they're in there eating the algae all the time. They love it, and occasionally a worm falls in there. They go crazy. Alright, tasty leaves, sweet drink, and we know that bees eat nectar and that they have a very long tongue like butterflies called a proboscis, and they suck the nectar out. Here's the ones that might surprise you though, the meat eaters. Hunting is hard work. Many winged bugs fly about looking for prey. So remember, it's prey, P-R-E-Y, not prey as in praying to God, but prey as in animals that are hunted by other animals. Others lie in wait for prey to pass instead. Scavenger bugs feed on other hunters' leftovers. Some true flies, like female mosquitoes, drink the blood of live animals. And we know that because we're one of the live animals whose blood they drink. And here's a ladybird here, picking off pests, eating aphids. And just the other day I found a ladybird on one of my rose bushes, and I was so glad because I knew that she would eat up all those aphids for me. Right, the next one I'm going to read you is called On the Move. It's got some excellent verbs here about how animals move. Insects move, Whether scuttling, swimming or soaring, bugs have different ways of getting about. Most use their legs to move on the land, but some take to the skies or make a splash underwater. So we've got flying. Insects were the first creatures to fly 150 million years before birds did. Insects like this lacewing are expert flyers thanks to their two sets of fast flapping wings. Climbing. Having lots of legs comes in handy when climbing up steep tree trunks and plant stems. Some bugs have claws to hold on tight or sticky feet to give grip. Walking on water. You might think, what? But I've seen these little pond skaters, for real. You might have seen them too down at the river or in another creek. Maybe that's something that you could go and have a look at this week. Go for a little walk down to the riverbank, the edge, and you'll see them walking on water. The tiny bits of water at the surface of a pond stick together, forming something called surface tension. Special insects and spiders with long legs and waterproof feet are able to scurry across it, and obviously they have to be very light. So that's the pond skater from above, and then this illustration shows the pond skater close up. Swimming. Here's one that you might not have thought of with insects. The young of some bugs live in water. So we just talked about mosquitoes, ladybirds. I know they both do. I wonder if you'll be able to find some others. Often moving along the pond or lake bed. Some adult bugs are powerful swimmers using their legs as oars. So just like paddles in a canoe. Legs. Most bugs need their legs to get around or hunt for food. The three most common kinds of bug legs are running, cockroach, they can run fast, jumping, grasshoppers, I'm sure we've all seen those, and grasping, praying mantis. The praying mantis uses its spiky front legs like hands when hunting for its next meal. Now, sometimes in springtime, praying mantis start to come out, particularly on gum trees. So if you've got some gum trees in your backyard or in the park, you might like to go and have a look for some praying mantis. I think this is going to be one that lots of you are going to want to borrow from the library when we come back to school. DK Find Out Bugs.